Watch channel, look channel, Reload TV, like and subscribe. And right now we are gonna just jump in at the aftermark and the clean up state of Jamaica because boy, Melissa just mash up Jamaica one serious way. Reload TV is a devastation look on Jamaica. But we're going out and go and watch it. It mad.
St. Elizabeth. I'm actually in Junction right now. It's the only place we can get a little signal, and even then it's not stable. I think right now I'm physically okay, but just mentally exhausted. Looking at the damage and devastation all around, it's a lot, especially in the Treasure Beach area. The roads are just, I don't know, it's hard to even describe what we're seeing on the road. Not even potholes, but craters. You can see where the roads crumbled under the pressure of the water and the wind. So the roads are impassable. Some areas are still flooded, and there are utility poles in some sections of the road, trees. The residents, though, they're quite resilient, so they have been on the road all morning trying to clear sections of the road. On Tuesday, though, we were basically marooned. We're not able to leave the Treasure Beach area because a lot of trees blocked the road. So we're in Treasure Beach all day yesterday. And I think for us, we started to feel the brunt of the storm from around Monday night and all day Tuesday. Heavy rain, extremely strong winds. We're not able to leave the room for most of the day, basically. You could hear the zinc and parts of people's roof, just falling in the wind, the whistling, the howling. At some point, water was coming from the walls. I don't even know how to explain it. I was looking to see where the water was coming from, but it is just so hard to explain. The rain was just so intense, and we got over 24 hours of rainfall just being in the Treasure Beach area. For the most part, no, everyone in southern St. Elizabeth is without electricity, no water in some areas, no connections. You can't receive calls, you can't send out calls. I know lots of people, they're concerned about their relatives on the other parts of the island, especially in Western Jamaica, because they have not been in contact with them. We tried to go to Black River earlier this morning because we were told that a section of the bridge, the bridge is non-existent. The bridge that would take you from Black River into Treasure Beach, that bridge collapsed. I heard that pedestrians can go across, but motor vehicles cannot go across. We were trying to go there, but the Fullers Wood main road is impassable, waist high water. We're trying to go through, but we had to make a U-turn, and that's how we ended up in Junction, still searching, going through, trying to find connection. It is almost apocalyptic. It's just so much hard to describe. The people, as I said earlier, they're resilient and they're just grateful. They're grateful for life. Grateful for life. I know most of the coastal, persons who are living extremely close to the coast, most of their properties, they have lost roofs, and the storm surge came in. It's going to take some time before a lot of these people recover, especially those who still are recovering from Hurricane Beryl, and to have Hurricane Melissa now causing such severe damage. So we're here underground, and we'll have some more updates for you. The connection is unstable, so we'll try our best to get some more updates to you as soon as possible. But for now, it's back to you in studio.
Thank you so much, Kalisha. We are actually appreciative of what you have been able to send us so far. We go now to a story of hope on the border of St. Elizabeth and Manchester. Even in their own misery, residents pulled together to assist a businessman whose establishment was damaged during the storm, or rather the hurricane. Antonia Atkinson has the details.
What you know as one of the favorite seafood hotspots here in St. Elizabeth, the Oswald Seafood Place, is not what you know it to be right now. As I take you around the corner, you will see exactly the impact Hurricane Melissa had on it. Now, as we enter the restaurant, it's normally covered, but right now there's no roof. Community members are here to help the owner, as we will speak to him to see how exactly the impact has left him.
I feel bad in it, but I have to take it. And we can't control it. I'm preparing right now. I'm starting at it right now. Tomorrow I'm getting at it. I'm going to pull it down and start business. So I want it fast as ever. So I get enough workman on it. And by Sunday, me want it in a business.
I'm surrounded by seagrass here at Oswald, something a lot of persons are not fond of. Now this right here, speaking with the owner, Mr. Oswald himself, he mentioned that this served as an act of God.
Now the seagrass helping. It brings grass. So before the grass, maybe nothing is on there.
Yeah. They say seagrass is helpful.
Yeah, seagrass is a wonderful to me. I don't know who else but me glad for seagrass.
As you can see behind me, community members here at the Oswald restaurant, they're here helping Mr. Oswald, and I had to ask them, why did they come to help Mr. Oswald?
We want the players to get back quick for the food has stopped. You understand? The food store on bad. And we can't afford for that. For me, myself picking if we go back to school and someone is straighten up. So we just get everything together quick. We don't mind as possible. We get everything straightened up by Saturday.
As you heard from community members, it is not just Mr. Oswald that will need your help. This, as St. Elizabeth, was one of the most affected areas. So if you can help someone, please reach out and help. I'm Anthony Atkinson, reporting for TVJ News.
Now, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness toured areas impacted by Hurricane Melissa in St. Elizabeth today.
A significant number of buildings were damaged. On the ground, the impact is even more palpable. Right now, we are standing in close proximity to the Black River Hospital, and that has been totally destroyed, along with several other buildings, including historic buildings, churches, courthouse, the parish council, and other all the heritage buildings have been destroyed. It is going to be a massive task to rebuild Black River, this historic town. But while it is destroyed, we can vision a future of it rising stronger and better. Because the truth is that many of the buildings were not properly located in the first place. They were in vulnerable areas. We will now take the opportunity to properly reorganize the town and to build back even stronger.
As we go back to St. Elizabeth now, where the police high command was also in the parish. Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake and his team assisted to clear roads blocked by trees. The commissioner met with the police from the Black River Police Station, which was damaged during the storm. Preliminary assessments are being made so that refurbishment can begin. The police say despite the unfortunate circumstances, they continue to do their best to ensure law and order as the parish recovers from Hurricane Beryl. Now, our reporter Kirk Wright got a first-hand look at the widespread destruction from above during the aerial tour of the affected areas and now joins us live with the latest. Kirk, what did you see?
Thank you very much. Now, I listened to my colleague's report from St. Elizabeth, and she used the word like devastated, decimated, and I'm thinking, can I coin a different word to describe the devastation I saw? And then I had the opportunity to see from the skies, and I can tell you, every roof, almost every roof was affected. Some were completely blown off, parts of some blown off, and you could see the roof material and things from the house, furniture scattered all over the hillside, because a lot of these houses are in the hills. So even the ones in the valleys weren't spared. It was just like the hurricane took the houses.
And we're seeing it now, Kirk. If you can talk us through it, yes.
That's part of St. Elizabeth. I think that's South St. Elizabeth,
right,
closer to Black River. Now it was just pure devastation, and the trees. The hurricane did, serious things to the trees. Nothing was spared, Janela. Everything got a touch of. People say that Hurricane Beryl is a baby to Hurricane Melissa. And that is true. As it relates to electricity, when we spoke with the president of the JPS today, he was shocked. He said the poles, some of the poles, the strongest poles in place, are some of the ones that folded. So he too was shocked because he too did an aerial view. I asked how soon, he expect that, parts of St. Elizabeth and the other parts of the country would have, would get back electricity. And he was not able to say because he said, it's too much. He would need to do a greater assessment before he can give a timeline or anything of the sort. We also toured Sangster International Airport. Sections of the roof in the older part of the building has been damaged. Roof caved in and, causing the parts of the floor to be flooded. Exactly what you're looking at. So a section of the airport will be closed, but the minister insists that the airport has to be open as soon as possible to start taking in relief supplies so people can at least, get back to some, semblance of normalcy.
All right, thank you so much, Kirk. Are we getting a bite here? No? Yeah? This is it?
No,
all right. Thank you so much, Kirk, for that comprehensive report from the skies. Now, meanwhile, power and communications remain down in Westmoreland, making it difficult for residents to reach loved ones. Shamela Pullen has our story.
Hurricane Melissa turned main roads into rivers, toppled light poles and power lines, and uprooted countless trees. Debris littered streets and homes, leaving neighborhoods in chaos. Perhaps evidence of the hurricane's fury can be seen here at the police station. The courthouse was destroyed, and Manning's High School suffered near to total devastation. Even gas stations were heavily damaged. Members of the fire department say their hands have been full responding to emergencies across the parish.
In St. James, we have been responding to rescues in the Santa Cruz area, Junction, Black River, and for Black River, most of the buildings in the township would have lost their roofs. In Westmoreland, we have also been responding to rescues across the parish, Whitehall, in Negril, and also Red Ground. Most of the buildings have lost their roofs. We have one death reported in Negril, and in Hanover we have one death reported where a house overturned and a young man.
In Negril, persons described their experience when the
Morning for Jamaica. Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon gave the update at the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management (ODPEM) press briefing this morning.
What that means is when we give an all clear, it means that our utility company should now commence restoration and recovery operations across the island. So crews from the JPS, NWC, NWA, our Works Agents, our Water Commission, and also our telecommunications companies and other critical service entities have now and will be advised to mobilize immediately to restore electricity, water, and communication networks. We're also asking and encouraging entities like our supermarkets, our wholesales, our gas stations, and pharmacies, particularly in those areas that have been less affected. We are asking you to open and allow communities to have access to these essential goods and services. And as always, we continue to ask and remind Jamaicans to exercise caution on the roads, especially where there are downed power lines.
And Dr. Dixon provided an update on the power and water situation across the island.
77% of the country is without electricity. There is work that's going to be done to bring that up as quickly as we can, but that is a large number. The least affected areas of Jamaica have been St. Thomas, St. Catherine, and sections of Kingston and St. Andrew. Obviously, we know the most affected areas have been on the western side of the island. In terms of water, there were just a limited number of systems down last night, a little bit over 70, but we have about 700 water systems that were down. Overnight, some of them may have lost power, so we do expect that number to go up, but for the most part, our water systems held up quite well. Turbidity is a concern, and so that may also throughout the day affect water supplies.
And as for telecoms,
Starlink to use satellite technology to assist many of our individuals and our companies to get back online. I know so many people have said they cannot reach their families in Western Jamaica. That's because of damage to the telecoms infrastructure. As you would imagine, a Category 5 hurricane is catastrophic. And so it would have left significant damage. And so that's why we're not getting communication. I finally got some communication just now from some individuals in Montego Bay. So slowly we're getting some of our systems back up, and you should be able to reach your families, we're hoping, very soon.
Principal Director of the Met Service, Evan Thompson, says although the weather system is no longer over the island, there could still be flash flooding in some areas. He was speaking at the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management press briefing earlier.
Last night at about 11 o'clock, we downgraded the hurricane warning for Jamaica and instead replaced it with a tropical storm warning that continued through the night as tropical storm conditions continued to be experienced across the country. And as we moved to this morning at 8 o'clock, we discontinued that tropical storm warning because we are no longer within the scope of tropical storm force winds that are associated with the system. So as it continues to move away from Jamaica, of course, we expect conditions to be. However, I want to point out that that area of showers that extends from the general mass of clouds associated with the hurricane, but extends over western parts of Hispaniola, over Haiti, and all the way to the south of Jamaica. That's the spiral band that is supplying the system with a lot of moisture and energy. And so we see that we could experience some of that activity as the system continues to move northward.
Now to an item of breaking news. Commanding officer for St. Elizabeth, Superintendent Coleridge Minto, is reporting that 2 bodies have been found in the parish capital, Black River, following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. We'll have more information in subsequent newscasts. And we have some videos of some other devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. Here's a look at Portland.
Devastation upon devastation. Look on the people them place. The people them can't even walk going away I know. Road blocked off. Serious.
Now to Manchester.
Yes, it look like it was just a big river. See the man them have pool of water around there, so the road just block off. Right there's a ton of pool of water. Jeez. Melissa mash up the place. Look on there.
And this video is coming in from St. Elizabeth.
No houses. So the man them can build them city now with them have in mind for build, you know?
And we encourage you to continue to send those videos in to News in the Region. Hurricane Melissa made landfall around 3 o'clock this morning in Cuba as a Category 3 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 120 miles per hour, according to the National Hurricane Center. Melissa will track directly over southeastern Cuba for the next few hours, bringing intensifying winds, flooding rain, and life-threatening storm surge. And here's a preview of what's coming up in this evening's health report.
In this evening's health report, we look at flooding and the health risks associated with this severe weather condition.
The first health risk that children are exposed to because of flooding consequent on this hurricane is the first and immediate one is risk of drowning. There are a lot of children who become attracted to pools of water that is settled, whether it is in their yard space, in the nearby trenches or gullies, and they will want to go and swim. And this presents immediate risk of drowning, as well as being washed away.
That's the health report in Primetime News at 7. And now for today's Health and Living tip. Avoid letting children play in flood water. Wash hands and feet thoroughly with soap and clean water. Do not drink flood water. Protect children from skin infections and